All right. I think
Are you okay?
Are you live?
Yep, we're live. Can you hear me, Darla? I'm not able to hear her. Okay. Well, all right. So, welcome to the Holo Hangout for Sleepy Friday, December 11, 2015. Today I have in the panel, we've got, I'll go down the line. So, this is Christine from Spot On Magazine.
Hi.
Hi. We've got Darla, sorta. I don't know if she can hear us.
Hi, Darla.
And Deb, of course, my first lieutenant, and her picture just went dead. There we go.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, I don't know about this hangout thing.
Yeah, I noticed. It's a disaster.
I know. And
But it's so fun. Once you get into it, it's great.
Michelle, welcome to Holo Hangout. Thanks for coming. Uh-oh, can she hear me?
Angela's back.
Yay, Angela's back. Angela, this was her idea, so...
We gotta get her. How do we, let me see if I can, could somebody, like, send her a note to say to unmute her mic?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, tell Darla we can't hear her.
Darla and Ange.
She's gone.
Crap. Where did Deb go? Well, we're going through some glitches.
It's okay.
I guess the show must go. Oh, here's Deb. Back. Darla and Michelle. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
Good.
All right.
You can do this on their phone. You know, I'm mobile, so.
Yeah.
Where's Deb?
Deb, she's back. Can she hear us? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not real happy with this hangout thing. It seems like there's a lot of glitches, but anyway.
No,
I think a lot of people don't know is they can do the hangout on their cell phone. They don't have to do it on the computer.
Well, why is it not coming up? I don't understand.
On the cell phone, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's very glitchy on the computer.
I think not everyone's coming up. I mean, I definitely see Michelle. I don't know. Maybe we see Darla. Darla, can you hear us at all? Can you send a? Wait, I see messages. Oh! Here we go. She's having issues with a mic. I'm not working, so I'm gonna try my phone. Oh, is that what you were saying? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this
What'd
is
she say?
cool.
God, you know, I think what I might have to do is do multiple.
Like that.
Maybe I'll have to use my blog talk radio in conjunction with this. But anyway, okay. So I guess so. The panel tonight is Christine from Spot On Magazine, and Darla, and my first lieutenant Deborah, and Michelle reporting to you.
Lieutenant.
And okay, so all right,
we have a communications officer now.
What?
Communications officer now.
She's going to become your first officer now.
Yes.
Who, me?
Christine is our communications officer. She has a uniform on. Obviously, we're not a Star Trek fan, Christine.
So you guys are, yeah.
Joe, come say hi to everybody.
All right, so let's get started. So the ratings came out middle of the week. That I think it was Philip Iskov tweeted out that it was something like 73% higher than in the video on demand and DVR than the live viewing. And I think I mentioned this last week that yeah, Fox is not even gonna bother looking at the live totals anymore. The main thing is the video on demand and the DVR, and it looks like it went up to like from like a 0.9, I think was what it originally was live. It went up to a 1.4, which is excellent, and that's what we need to keep doing because I think that's the way we're going to get another season out of it. So yeah, and then I wanted to say a sleepy shout out to Cindy Blankenship. She was scoped out to Lawrenceville. They were shooting in Lawrenceville. yesterday, I think it was. And so she went down there and scoped it out. She did post some photos and allowed me to put it on my site. I just haven't had time to do it yet. So, so yeah, so shout out to her. That was really cool of her to do that. And okay, and then I just wanted to let everybody know. So I have a 3-part season 3 retrospect from episodes 1 to 8. It's all posted on the Nerd Element. I will also get it on sleepyholladdicts.com probably tomorrow as well. So, and then that brings us to Christine. Now this is her idea. So why don't you tell everybody about your idea?
Well, I think I love so much, and I think we all saw it. And Chrissy, you probably know the episode where talks about his. Yeah, he's got his father in the forest. He's having his. And I cracked up, and I think everybody just burst out laughing. It's so wrong. A fondle in the forest. It's brutal, but so it was kind of like a fun idea to kind of think of fun drink names, kind of like Fondle in the Forest, so that we can keep all the people on Twitter engaged, keep it positive, so we can get the show renewed. I mean, just kind of keep thinking of good, fun things to promote the show. So basically what we're going to do is, once you guys, not just you guys, we're going to put it out there on Twitter too, but if you could think of some fun, just fun drink names, it could be character names, it could be their real names, it could be anything Tom Misen, it can be, you know, Lindy Greenwood, whatever. You know, any episode, any season, just to have a really fun time. So I was talking to Chrissy, and I came up with Zach, you know Zach Appleman, who plays Joe Corbin, and I said, how funny, we have this like Zach Appleman-tini. So I thought we will play on the words and stuff like that. Then once we get a couple of people to submit their names, Chrissy's going to put a poll out there, and then the public can basically vote for it. And at the end, when we have season 3, the rest of it, February 5th, we'll have like one nice signature drink that day, and that the public voted on, and maybe I'll make up something, or maybe the person will make up a cocktail. But we just want to get the fun names out there right now, just to keep everybody engaged. So that's
and I mean there will be a grand prize winner, so we'll do a sleepy swag. And I want to say hi, Alicia. She's on the panel right now. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
What do you think about all the crazy stuff we're doing?
I think she was asking you, Alicia, what do you think about all the crazy stuff we're doing?
Well, I just joined, so I missed like half of this conversation. So.
Okay. We're thinking of fun. Did you remember the episode Ichabod was having a sex on the beach drink, and he said, oh, you know, was it Jefferson or somebody who said, this is like used to make me a fondle in the forest. So we're gonna so we're thinking of fun drink names. We're going to put it out there and have everybody kind of vote on their favorite name, and then we'll have like a signature cocktail February 5th when the show comes back on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Are we doing that now? Are we doing that tomorrow?
Now, so we can get it going. That'd be great, and maybe we can get some momentum as time goes on. I think that would be pretty cool.
Well, I think it'd be cool. Like maybe we could upload some videos onto YouTube, you know, and you could have people like making, you know, coming up with their ideas or whatever. I don't know what people feel comfortable doing, but it's just another option.
Yeah. I also think, too, if we come up with names, and Chrissy, you can also use it as trivia to say what episode was that from. You know, like we were talking about Rum Bagger or something like that. Which you mentioned, which you said was.
A Rum Bagger drink, that's for sure. I don't know where Deb went. She disappeared all of a sudden. So, okay, so we just finished watching for the Triumph of Evil. Oh my God, I can't even. For the Triumph of Evil. It's written by Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orsi, and it was directed by John F. Showalter. It won in a landslide. I mean, it was like 42% of the votes went to that episode. Why did everyone love it so much and was like, that's the one we want to see? So Michelle, you start first, and then.
Who's gonna go first?
You.
Me?
You're on.
Okay.
You're on, girl.
Okay. Reason why I like Triumph of Evil is because Abby kind of like took control of that episode. She knew who the monster of the week was. You know, it was based on her. I love the Ichabod and the Ichabod, moments, when they go into confront the Sandman. I love that so much.
Great.
And we got to meet Jenny, and of course I love Icky. That's the cutest thing ever.
Can I call you Icky?
I would just call him Icky more often just to piss off Ichabod.
Yeah.
It'd be funny.
Great.
But overall, it's one of my favorite Sleepy Hollow episodes.
Yeah. It was. Okay, Darla, what do you think? Can we hear her yet? I don't know if we can hear her. Darla, we can't hear you. I still can't hear you, girl.
Always the frozen.
Her mic isn't working. Okay. Well, do you want to type something out? I'll come back to you. Christine, why did you like the episode?
That is the Sandman one, right?
Yeah.
It's absolutely the one I voted on, and I love it. I just think he was the creepiest monster, too. I mean, with the the thing, the eyes. Oh my God! I just think it was one. I think it was the best monster they ever done, in my opinion. So I think, and it touched on guilt, too, which I think is such a really psycho, crazy, feeling that we all have. I think it's a very good. It was just a great episode. Best one.
I liked it too, as far as that goes. So, Alicia, what do you think?
That is one of my favorite episodes because Abby finally faced one of her fears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love the jacket she was wearing. Was it you that said that in the chat box? I love it. Her outfit.
I just love all of her clothes.
And her hair is amazing lately. Loving it. Loving the hair.
Yeah.
Totally.
Hot.
Well, I mean, there were lots of things about the episode that I liked. I mean, definitely the creepiest. I mean, when he was putting his finger through that just freaked the crap out of me. I know. She's shrinking back, she has no place to go. I don't know. And I love it because Ichabod, they'd only known each other for what, a week or two, and he wasn't gonna let her soldier it alone. I mean that right there, I think, is when Abby trusted him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the turning point for her. I mean, the fact that we talked about this in the chat box just a little bit was the fact that she told him her story in the pilot episode, which for her is very difficult. He was questioning about her and Jenny, and she didn't like that. She's not really an open book, so I love that there was that trust there, for him to immediately do that. Darla just says, I love the episode because the monster was great. The Abby and Jenny dynamic set the tone for their journey to where they are now as sisters. The Abby and Crane scenes were wonderful. Abby opening up to him this early on their newly found partnership also set the stage for how much she would have eventually put all her faith and trust in him. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah, and I mean that's why the thing is this. We'll get into that. I have lots of issues. Anyway, do you guys have a favorite moment or
Okay, yeah, my favorite moment is when Ichabod drinks the tea and joins that. I love that part.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey.
Do we have somebody? Wait, is Darla here?
I'm here.
Oh my God! Yay, Darla!
Yay!
Woo, we got
I was talking to her earlier. So
I don't want to be on camera, but I'm already on camera, so whatever. I'm here now.
What's happening? Our
Lisa's
I have
behind
no idea how this happened, but I'm here.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so I just read all your stuff. I mean,
Oh, okay.
what was your favorite scene? Do you have one favorite scene that you're like, this is my couple, this is it?
Sum up for the episode?
Yeah. What made you get in the Ichabod trail at this point, or were you at this point? in the Ichabod?
I mean, I kind of was, but not really full on. It was probably when he took the tea.
I think that seems to be the consensus. Well, yeah,
I was like, oh, that's so cute.
the shirtless scene was really good too. Hello. We need more of that. At least one. No, I'm waiting for the shower scene, you know, like. No, I really want this.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine Ichabod would freak out? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, he's so prim and proper. He would freak out, and she'd be all embarrassed. I don't know, maybe she wouldn't. Oh, yay, Deb is back. Hi, Deb.
Oh.
Yay, she's back. Can
Can
you hear us, Deb? Deb. No, nobody's not. I can't. She's not doing anything. All right. So, so what was? So let's talk a little bit about. Let's get into season 3 because season 3. I mean, okay. So I want to know everyone's. I guess. What are your theories? I want to know what your theories are as to what you think might be happening. So Michelle, do you want to go first?
What's happening in season 3?
Yeah, what do you think the bottom line?
I did some research on the trees.
Okay, what did you find?
There's a tree of life and there's a tree of knowledge. Knowledge is a tree of good and evil. There's two trees.
Okay. So you think the tree of life, right?
Yeah, the Sumerians talk about the tree of life a lot.
Right.
And there's this god, a Greek goddess named. There are two gods that made the tree of life, but they're good. So I don't know if this is Ichabod, a version of Ichabod, or back in the day. But her name is what's her name?
Inanna.
That one. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. And basically, what happens is that she goes to visit her sister in the underworld, and when she gets to the underworld, she loses herself or something, and at the end, she gets killed. But these two demons come and save her. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Well, geez.
What's Pandora's boyfriend's name or husband's name?
Well, it's E2 Elu. Now, I've researched this. There is no E2 Elu. The only one that he remotely sounds like is Anubis, who was Anubis was the, let me think, was the sort of like, he was like a god for mummification and would bring you through your journey to the underworld.
Gotcha.
So I don't understand why it's E2 Elu, because it was the shard of Anubis.
Right,
So,
it's part of Anubis.
yeah, so that's why I'm a little confused on that.
But you know what I found interesting, Michelle was saying about the tree of life, and, E2 Elu, he was saying, what have they done to my world? Look at this place. And a lot of people I kind of saw on Twitter like, oh, he's not half wrong. He was kind of right, So maybe that tree of life might, I wasn't really going there, to be honest with you, but just hearing what Michelle just had to say, I thought it was a very good point, that maybe that tree of life, maybe it might be kind of a weird awakening that Abby discovers. I mean, I don't think she's dead when I see so many people saying, oh, she's gone, she's off the show. No.
No, she's coming.
They killed her off on the show.
But that's where that could be very, Michelle, I think that's a very good and interesting point, that maybe it's like a new, like a awakening or new life that could be better. Who knows? Could be interesting. Very interesting.
Also, there's also a Sumerian god who has wristbands, right? Yeah. And he can control time.
It's Enlil. I think his name is Enlil. E-N-I.
I'm not good at these names, but I know what they can do.
I think that she went through a portal like a Stargate,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she went to a different planet because a lot of these Sumerian gods and goddesses came from another planet. And
Nice.
supposedly that planet is actually where the Garden of Eden is. I researched that too.
Really?
Yeah, if you watch
Things in the
Aliens, it
underworld.
talks a lot about that too. So.
All I know is I want her to be fabulous, and whether she kind of gets sucked into this or whatever, I want her. I don't want it to be like stuck in a dollhouse. Save me! I want her to be like, okay, this sucks. I'm here, but I'm gonna be dressed to the nines. I want her to be like super fierce.
We don't even know how she got out of that dollhouse. By the way,
I know that drives me crazy. I'm like, how did she get out of the dollhouse?
We're never gonna know about that.
Never gonna know. Maybe she'll go back to the dollhouse.
It's just one of those dropped storylines that we're just never gonna know. It's with the Kindred.
Yeah, where's the Kindred?
Where's the Kindred? That was another thing. I was like, where the hell is it? I mean, I think the Kindred is gonna find her in the underworld.
And they don't want to save her.
Can we say one request with the Kindred? This is what I want with the Kindred. I said this online. I want Neil Jackson to come back and play the Kindred. I want them to do a spell and let him have a face and have him be like overprotective of Abby.
I'm totally on board with that.
That would drive Ichabod crazy. Can you imagine? And he has no knowledge of Abraham. You know?
It would be insane.
That would kill Ichabod.
I just want Neil Jackson to come back in any form he decides to come back.
I miss him so much. He's one of my favorite actors. Him and Nicole Bahari are both my top actors. So, yeah.
I liked his scenes with Ichabod back in the flashbacks. It was just the ones with Katrina that just like I didn't like those.
I think Katrina ruined him. Oops, sorry, but yeah.
What do we think about? I mean, you guys might have discussed it. I did miss it last week. Just off subject, just for like 30.
Okay, go ahead. Uh-oh, I don't see her anymore.
Oh.
She disappeared. Christine, where are you? Oh,
She glitched. She's there, but her hand's like stuck on my screen.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, her hand is like stuck on mine too.
Oh man. Well, Alicia, what do you think of all this? Oh wait, there she is. I don't know.
Well, I see her picture.
That's Darla. Oh, hey, I didn't even know it was Darla. I was like, who's this other one over here? Because I see Darla's
My other
picture.
picture's still up. It's not down yet. So hi.
All right, Alicia, why don't you tell us what you think?
Well, I don't know if a lot of you follow me on Twitter, but I think Abby is like stuck in she's like in a time loop maybe, and she's done all of this stuff before, and she's figured out how to basically go and save people or win missions or win things.
I like that theory. That theory is like, she knew that what she had to do. At that moment, she's like, I have to do this, and then she walks in. And I still say, there's about like I would say a long minute between the time that she walks in there and then the explosion happens. So, I think she's alive. I just want to know where. Do you think that she's in the underworld, or where do you think she is?
Well, you remember, like, was it Magnum Opus in season 2?
Yep.
The stone figures?
Yep.
I'm thinking that's like Abby and Ichabod every time because they kept trying and trying, and then they keep coming back, and they finally get successful.
I like that theory.
Yeah, I like that.
I do, and it would make sense too. Like, she's been there before, and this is what she didn't do the last time, and this is what she changed from it, basically. Which means they could reset everything, if that's the case. So that ought to be interesting. What do you think, Darla?
As far as her, I think this. I'm not sure about the whole like reincarnation thing. I'm still on the fence about that reincarnation and bloodline and whatnot. But I do have a feeling that the tree totally opened up for her and went in. So it was almost like the whole thing was planned.
Yeah, I think so too. Um, let's see. I don't know where Christine went and Deb. They both left. They left the building.
Because I keep seeing their notifications.
What's going on? But yeah, you know, and the other thing that I just want to know, like, where the hell was Ichabod? I'm sorry. Where the hell was he for 9 months? And you can't.
He left. He left.
But I still
He
think
left.
my theory is that he was grabbed, because I think it's interesting too that he was gone for 9 months. 9 months equals, you know, the amount of time, you know, to have baby, to recreate. And so I think, oh, there's Christine. I think it's just weird, the whole thing, and the fact that he isn't like asking her, you know, isn't asking him, you know, why didn't you call? And he's like, it became a habit. That just is not Ichabod.
Here.
It's just weird, the whole thing, and the fact that he isn't like, I'm double. Isn't asking
Yeah,
him.
he was gone for 9 months just to find a tablet. Like, what?
That just is not Ichabod.
Here.
It's just,
It was. He did it.
oh my God.
He did it. He assumed that Abby was gonna, like, keep her life on hold.
That is not Ichabod. It's just,
Was. He did it. Assumed that Abby was gonna, like, keep her life on hold.
is not Ichabod. I hear that.
What?
Okay, it's like freaking out for a second.
I know, I'm like freaking out. So anyway, so I just think it's weird that it's a 9-month period of time that he's gone, and I just don't buy that whole thing.
Well, they better get to that when we come back in February. I want to see him on a plane. I want to see a million things of his trip. That was ridiculous.
Well, not only that,
The only thing I don't understand about the 9-month gap really is that
And she's so cool.
yes, really Ichabod
Exactly.
came back from England. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you know that's really Ichabod? You know?
well, how do we know?
Ah!
Don't even keep that like that.
You might know something.
He's Ichabod. You know, maybe who you don't know if that's Ichabod.
We haven't had any double gangers.
Oh
He
my
might
God.
he might be stuck. I just theory, not really real, but I'm like 9 months, and then he leaves without telling Abby. Why would you do that? At least I'm gonna go find myself. I'll be back when I get back. He didn't say nothing. He just disappeared on her. That's kind of
so cool.
Or maybe Sophie is their kid.
Say that again?
That maybe Sophie is their kid. She came out of nowhere, right?
Well, yes, she did.
Yeah, I know. That's a good point, too.
That is interesting.
Ex-sister.
Well, and so this whole Danny thing, though, is weird, too. I mean, I'm sorry. He's totally assigned to Abby. But the thing that I don't get is why is he, like, mentoring her? You know, I mean, I think he was sent to Quantico to, you know, to nurture her, obviously.
He sent to Sleepy Hollow to get her because something seems very wrong. You know, the fact that he's on the phone, very secretive.
Yeah.
You know, certain things, right? So I think it was more so like all of a sudden he's in, you know, Sleepy Hollow. You know, FBI is huge in Sleepy Hollow, I hear.
Yeah.
Right. It really is like it's like anywhere USA.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's why I was just like, okay, this whole thing is just smelling bad. And then, you know, I'm just guessing, I kind of feel like maybe possibly that Papa Mills has something to do that is connected with Danny. Like, I think that's who he called. But why is she getting called the asset? Like, I don't understand that.
I don't think he called. I think he called the guy that he went to go see in Washington D.C.
No, I don't think it was. I think that no, because this person, it was like, hey, you were told never to call me, and he said, well, this is an emergency.
You don't think it was his boss?
No, I don't think it's the FBI director.
He talked about the acid
He's
with
the father.
I don't know, but
the
no,
birthday party, and he was talking about the acid with the guy. And then later on, you know, in the one episode, Danny calls. I thought I could be wrong.
So let me ask you guys a question. I'm sorry. It's really quick because I got cut off before because my damn dog went and hit the surge protector. I had to reboot the whole computer. It's where are you, puppy? Come on, show your face.
Is
Nipsey.
he appearing in Hollow Hangout?
Yeah, no kidding.
I was
But,
wondering.
But I question, maybe I missed it. You guys might discuss it. Did you all notice that they didn't show Betsy Ross in the last two episodes?
Because nobody likes her.
Yeah, I think this was a scoundrel.
Isn't he cute?
Aw.
Oh, he's adorable.
I'm brand new. You scoundrel, unleash me. But they haven't shown Betsy Ross, and I know you're exactly right. I think they actually heard fans, but I don't know. Do you think they're gonna bring her back in February?
Well, they are because Nikki posted something not that long ago.
Did okay? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew they weren't going to drop her character. It was a long time and a lot of hype in the summer for her character. They're not going to just drop her.
Yeah.
Because people don't like her.
Well, and Betsy Ross. Can I say something about Betsy Ross?
Yeah.
This character, ever since she was attached to Sleepy Hollow, her husband or her has been saying bad things about the show. Mostly her husband, where they're saying, "Oh, I don't want her on the show. We're glad it's going to be canceled." And I thought that article was fake, but several people did the article online. So that Ian guy or her husband, what's his name?
Summerhalder.
Yeah, he really said that. And the fact is that Betsy Ross, they're creating more of questions than they are answers with that character, because people are like, "Oh, did Ichabod cheat on Katrina? Did she cheat on her husband?" And I'm like, she's supposed to be, I think, at 21 or 22 at this age, and she doesn't look like a 22-year-old, to me. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Makeup does so much for people.
Well, I think that they probably, if the articles are true, I mean, if they could be true or not true, obviously, who knows? It's the media, but it's probably, listen, she's gotten some, I mean, I think she's actually a very fine actress, and she's done really good stuff outside of Sleepy Hollow. I just don't think this was a good fit for her, that's all.
I think they should just cut the character.
Yeah, I think they should
Yeah,
cut
but
her.
they're not going to do that, though.
They're not.
They're going to bring her back. Just bring back Grace Hickman.
Her battle scenes were epic, but I like her battle scenes, but that's it. But making her flirtatious with Ichabod, why couldn't she just be his?
Well,
I didn't understand that.
Well, this is the thing about Betsy Ross. I mean, I have a lot of issues with the Betsy and the Zoe, because something's up with that.
Zoe!
You knew I was going to bring that up, right? So, I mean, Zoe needs help. She is just like locked onto Ichabod. Like it's like she's like got she's holding onto his leg as he's walking away practically. And I think it's weird that she dresses like Betsy Ross. There is a correlation somehow, and I can't figure it out, and it's bothering. There is a reason that we've heard her say, just go with it. There's a reason why she's Betsy Ross. There's a reason why.
He said just go with it because Joe Corbin said that. He was dreaming, I think. Wasn't he dreaming with that?
He was.
Because Joe Corbin said
he dreamt that, and it was probably because it was already in his mind at the time.
You're right.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's a correlation somehow. And then in the first episode, I think it is, we do the Crane and Betsy flashback. She says, I just, one of these days a woman's gonna come along and you'll drop all your your politeness, so to speak. And she says, I just hope I'm there to see it. And I feel like that's a foreshadowing. I also think that the flag that Betsy Ross sewed, I don't know if you guys caught this, but the staff of the eye was wrapped in it. Yeah. So it's got to have some type of a supernatural.
Yeah.
expect. So I'm anxious to see, more. I mean, we've got 10 more episodes left. I mean, I wish I'd be able to figure out the whole Betsy Ross and Zoe thing because it's really bugging me.
I think the Zoe thing is actually innocent enough. I think that people liked, was it Miss Caroline? Was that her name? And I think that she's so much like her. But I think that's people kind of liked her because he was bowing and curtsying and doing the whole thing, and I think that's where they might have, the Sleepy Hollow writers might have kind of went there to show something like, oh look, there she is, because they killed her off. The Weeping Willow, Weeping Woman, that was the best. Weeping Lady killed her off.
Mary too. I thought Mary was funny in the flashbacks. Mary.
Yeah. I love Mary.
She knew Katrina. Something was up with Katrina.
She knew exactly.
I thought the Weeping Lady episode. I thought Katrina was going to be revealed that she was the villain at the end in that episode, but it didn't turn out that way.
But they did make it look like she was very conniving, and they did. That was the beginning of
definitely shady.
I think
she was telling the truth about what happened. She killed this woman.
He killed her.
She did.
My favorite.
She accidentally tripped on purpose.
Oh my God! And then she went flying off a cliff. Really? I don't think so.
And she got that big old gash right there in her forehead. How'd that happen?
Hilarious.
Well, you know what I mean? But my favorite part is when, he's like, I'm not leaving until you tell me from your lips. I was like, oh my God, Ichabod's pissed for once. Because that was one of my main questions. It was like he was so naive about Katrina, and I would just go, when are you gonna grow some balls, dude?
Yeah, I think he was a little too naive.
Yeah,
when it came to her.
He was.
But you know what I understand about Ichabod is that he'll find out Katrina lies, did something, and then the next episode he forgets about it.
Yeah, I know.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I'm like, really?
Right.
Did you guys notice the ending of the episode we just watched? Did you notice what the glitch was? Did you notice it? Because in the beginning of this episode, Ichabod's at the geriatric with Abby.
Yeah.
But Abby, he didn't go with Abby. He stayed in the records room.
No, he was in the van. He was in the car.
No, yeah, but if you look at the episode, she walks out and leaves him there. But in the other episode after that, he's in the van.
Really? I gotta see that.
I know.
I think he didn't go with her.
He was there with her and said, "Oh, my sister figured a way out," and he was standing. Yeah, but then she goes to alert everybody, and then he goes back out to the car because then you have the Yolanda scene at the beginning of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in the movie, in the one episode, it looked like she left him in the records room.
Right.
That's
right.
true. It did look like, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch. I'll rewatch.
No, I see what you're saying.
And then the next
She did leave. It was like Godspeed, so it looked like she was leaving by herself.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There are these little interests. So, what do you think about this destroyer situation? What do you think they're destroyers of? I mean, obviously, if you guys have seen the tablet, the guy is holding a sword, and Abby has the staff in her hand. And then in the background, it kind of looked like it was, Pandora's lair in the background. But do you think that that's it, or do you think personally, I feel like Ichabod's going to figure a way to get to where she is. And then maybe they're going to be the destroyers of what? Of Eden? I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I think, going back to Magnum Opus.
Yes.
Like the picture of them on the tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy, when they first walk in, he has a sword and he's in armor. And then the woman is like what she looks like on the tablet. So it's kind of like a repeat thing.
I don't know. It would be interesting, though. I think that they are trying to sort of connect bits and pieces of like season 1 and season 2 to kind of connect. I don't know. What do you think, Christine? What are your thoughts?
I not sure, to be honest with you. I think that's kind of the only thing that's kind of had me a little bewildered as far as, you know, what the significance of all that. I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you. I don't know.
And you know, the weird thing too is this whole like, oh, he deciphered the tablet said The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And
I
that
know.
too. I was like, oh my God, she thinks, you know, I love when she laughs at him because it was just a funny moment.
It was like really.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't found anything under the destroyers. I mean, I've been looking stuff up all the time, and I can't seem to figure that out either. It's a little like trying to figure out what they're doing in these little bits and pieces that we get every week. But
it's the twistery, and that's what's so great about it, though. That's what's great about the show. It's twisting. It twists everything up, so you don't even if you look it up, they're gonna twist it anyway.
Exactly. So what do you
Maybe
think?
it's Orion coming back.
What'd you say?
Maybe it's Orion coming back to destroy the world.
Hey!
With
that.
I'm down with that.
You know what's funny is, you know, Abby never, because again, it was one of those story that never had an ending. You know, Orion did give her that little piece and said, anytime you need my help. You know, I'm thinking, why don't you just use the damn thing? You're behind a tree.
She's an angel.
Fly you out. Fine.
You can bust out of the underworld, you know? I mean, yeah, I know. Well, I don't even know if she even kept it or anything after that whole thing.
Because they never.
Yeah, the records room because Ichabod found it.
And he hid it in the drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did say he came back and said, you know, you got this thing. What is this? So he came back and said we've been dishonest with each other. And
yeah, she was in the vault at Kelly Yuga. Yeah, in the vault, and like I feel like I'm waiting. They better have a hash out scene because, you know, I'm sorry. There's so much that it's just been like brushed under the rug, and I feel like they really need to
close loose ties up.
Yeah, close the loose ties. I mean,
Sleepy Hollow, they don't talk about what happens. Like Abby was stuck in purgatory, and they don't never talk about it. You know?
Well, yeah. Well, they talked about it.
Ichabod was stuck in a cave, sleeping in a cave for 200 years. They don't never talk about it. They don't never really talk about the stuff.
The trauma.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. I just really think they just need to put all their cards on the table. You know, it's just. And the other thing, you know, a lot of people. I think Darla, you were telling me. I mean. Tell people what you were thinking about this whole like. We talk on DM a lot, but what are some of the things that you brought up, and do you want to mention any of that?
As far as their relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do need to hash everything out because it's really hard for me to look at their relationship as it stands right now and believe that everything's still cool between them. Because when they first got together, everything was instant. Yeah. Abby globbed right on to Ichabod instantaneously, told him so many things that she didn't even tell her sister or Corbin, who she was close with. She stated she was close with, and yet she told this completely strange man from another time, and it from the course of that to the ending of season 2, I thought that their relationship went full circle. They were at a really good point in their lives. The fact that Crane killed his wife for Abby definitely put a strain on their relationship, I'm sure, at some point. But up until then, their relationship went full circle. So going into season 3, the fact that he left for that long really took me back, because if I was Abby, I wouldn't have brushed it. I would, even if I was really closed off, I wouldn't have said any. I would have said something right then and there. I would have finished the mission. I would have finished the mission.
Right.
The following day, he came into my house.
That's right.
And we're gonna hash this out. Now, you know, you've been gone for 9 months. I'm pissed about it.
Thank you.
I thought you and I were friends, and you did this to me, and that ain't cool. So the fact that that hasn't happened yet really irritates me.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. It irritates me too. I've been saying, me and Chrissy have these conversations, and you know, I mean, especially, you know, you're a woman who she's, where's he getting the money, you know?
That's another issue.
Right.
That is another. I mean, it's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's not. It's not funny.
It's not funny. It's just weird, and I think that that's such a big part. The first thing I said to Chrissy, right, it was like our first little hangout, and I said, I said, yeah, listen, I was cool with you going for 9 months. I understand you lost your weight. No. We just fought off demons. Your friend got his head cut off. Things are messed up. This is bullshit. No, you don't do that. And if you leave, you want to get some information. So that's where I agree, Darla, honestly, 100%.
Yeah,
That's the writers. That's a little funky with the writers. I love them.
I don't like that at all.
I like that.
It shouldn't have gone this long for nothing to have, like, any seeds to sprout. I mean, there should be something, little burst, something Abby says, like, under her breath or something that would make Crane, like, wonder, like, you know, is she mad? I wonder if she's mad about the whole moment thing.
But
Yeah.
Something. The fact that she's pushing Crane onto Zoe.
You can get me started on
Her and Danny, and he's like pushing her on Zoe, and I was like, no.
It breaks my heart, because I feel like Abby doesn't think that she deserves to have anyone really be in her corner. Have someone that loves, cherishes her, and is there for her 100%.
She's just afraid of being heartbroken or being alone.
Yeah, she probably feels like she's going to die alone. She probably doesn't think that anyone's going to be there for her. And Crane obviously screwed up because he left for 9 months.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the other thing is, like, I just don't understand, why is she pushing him to Zoe? I mean, oh, she's a good one. I'm like, no, she's not. I mean, just in the fact of, this is the other thing I wanted to bring up. Isn't it interesting that she is trying to get a church in Dobbs Ferry on the historical site list? And if you remember, in the Lesser Key of Solomon, they were at one of these churches, and they were trying to conjure the 72 demons into this world. So, you know, okay.
Oh, that was the one of the churches?
That was
Fascinating.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, you know, who is she really? And the other thing that's been really interesting is John Adams has been dropped, I think, every single episode. There's been something about John Adams, and I think it's very strange. Like, why would Zoe of this century even know anything about John Adams? Or what? I mean, obviously, you know, I mean, Jenny, Abby, and Joey, they had no clue who he was, but Zoe knew immediately, and so then I think, well, okay,
they're trying to find something in common with Ichabod and you know, whatever, and why ever. I love the writers again, but why they would want to put these guys together after we all had a hissy fit with the Katrina shit, you know? I think they were trying to find some, like, common ground that the two of them had in common. That's just my personal theory. I don't know if there's anything, like, malicious about it, because I don't even think that the actress herself was supposed to be in so many episodes, to be honest with you. So I think it was, like, just to give him, for whatever reason, give him a love interest when, you know, one was standing right in front of him In the first.
Okay, I have a theory. I have a theory on this.
Go ahead, Alicia.
Okay, so you know how Abby has like a connection with the tree, so every time the flowers grow, it's because she's afraid of something.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Crane and Zoe is like everything that he is, like all of his thoughts and things like put together.
Mm-hmm. So
So
you
maybe that's his connection.
mean they're just more alike. But I see that's the thing though. The reason that I think they paired Bones with Sleepy Hollow is because they're, obviously Brennan equals Crane and Booth equals Mills, and I mean Brennan's got to be the most cerebral, crazy character ever on television, and they figured out a way to make it work. And I feel like, I just feel like I mean, not only that, but then in the Art of War, I mean, they're playing chess together. I mean, she matches Ichabod on everything.
Intellectually, definitely.
Yeah, and so that's why, bringing this Zoe into it and everything, I don't understand. Sorry, my scan's completed. Anyway, so yeah, so it's kind of been frustrating, seeing all this stuff, and I'm just like, what the heck? Anyway.
I have one more thing to say, and then I'm done with the whole Zoe thing.
Okay.
I really hope that when the second half comes, they at least try and flesh her out, because she's been in enough episodes that we should know a fair bit about her personality, and we don't know nothing.
Right.
All the other recurring characters, we know a little bit about their background. We don't know anything about her. She's like a blank slate. She just is like everything that Cream says, she repeats.
Well,
she's like his mirror.
I was going to put
exactly. She's a mirror.
And make a meme for our little drink contest and just write ingredients water.
I'll drink that one. I will drink that one.
I know, drink the water. But it's, I mean, I agree with you 100% though. I do.
So yeah, I hope that if they're gonna keep her around a little longer, which I'm assuming that they will, because she has a chair now.
What?
She has a chair.
Yeah, she posted on Instagram that she has a chair with her name on it. I assume that it's because her plot line is going to be merged with the main storyline now.
Well, yeah.
That's my guess.
They need to get rid of either her or Betsy.
Episodes too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Huh?
And they kept her out of 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes.
Well, I mean, like I said, that one of my other theories was that if you paid attention, is that Pandora, whenever Pandora is on, she is not on. Zoe is not on, and whenever Zoe is on, we don't see Pandora a lot. I'm wondering, are they one and the same person? I mean, is Pandora trying to distract Ichabod from, the whole idea of villains is divide and conquer.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting to me that, I mean, if you go and watch the episodes again, it's definitely there. I mean, in the Sisters Mills, we saw Pandora lurking at the hospital and talking to the kids and stuff, but Zoe wasn't there. The only thing that happened at the end was, he got the caricature at the dentist's office. So it's like, okay, but I mean, it would be more plausible to me that that's the issue, that's what's going on. Because, like you said, she's a clean slate. We don't know anything about her.
She's a stalker. That's what we know.
Well, besides tagging Crane in pictures and then posting on Instagram that he doesn't know about.
All sorts of characters.
Who does that?
That's not about care. So
how is this not red flags? How is Abby not red flagging all this behavior? She's an FBI agent.
Because seriously, she's like, well, Crane's wearing this. I'm gonna put a Betsy Ross costume on.
Oh, that was awful. I was honestly annoyed the hell out of me. It's all the game.
It's weird. How does she know who he is? I'm sorry. I certainly wouldn't think any. Like they were making fun of him because he did. He looked practically the same. I mean, who's gonna recognize an embroidered vest? I mean, I don't know. I'm just
Zoe.
Zoe, who was
Just what Adam's wore.
Right?
Zoe and Ichabod forever.
yeah, Sandora. So,
You know what? I have a theory on Zoe.
okay, go ahead.
I think Zoe is. I think she's either a minion for Pandora, or she is sent there by somebody to watch over Ichabod. Kind of like how Danny's watching over Abby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she. Maybe she's there to watch him, and the only way she can seem to be watching him is she's interested in dating him. Because she doesn't seem like she's trying to get with Ichabod. Like Betsy Ross, she was all over.
He was like all over him. Although he did have the long hair. He did have the long hair.
That's
so
big. It's ridiculous.
I had to say it.
His hair was like really, really long though.
I
I
know.
know they made that thing down like down his back.
It was so funny. I know. It was crazy. Well, here too. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. So, yeah, why don't we talk a little bit, okay, Christine, talk about the contest one more time if people didn't hear what it was.
No, that's cool. We're going to try to just, you know, guys, whatever you guys missed, when Ichabod was talking about, he was drinking his sex on the beach, and then he was saying, oh, was it Jefferson? He said, oh, made something like, and called it a fondle in the forest. So we're kind of picking on that just to be engaging with all the Sleepy Hollow fans, coming up with just fun, creative kind of drink names. So I did this one called a Zach. You know, Zach Appleman, who plays Joe Corbin. I did a Zach Appleman martini, so we put that out there. Just, again, it's just fun. It's a goof. We'll pick a great name. Chrissy's going to do a poll. Once we get the names in, we'll do it each week. And then when February 5th happens, when we have the second half of season 3, we'll put it out there as like our signature drink. We're going to have this. That's all it is. Just fun and just to keep everybody engaged in this show. Because we don't want to see it canceled. We love it, and you know, anything we can all kind of do just to keep it going like we've been doing, you know, for the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, it's all good, you know. It really, really is. It means that we care about the show. So we're going to have a little contest, and we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Well, what I'll do is, okay, so as far as the poll goes for next week, next week's episode, I'll put the poll on there tomorrow, and then we'll have till Wednesday to vote, and then I'll announce it.
Chrissy, too, if you have a name, maybe Chris, you want to put out, hey, think of some fun name kind of things, and then we'll add that to the poll.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we'll do that, and so okay. So now everybody, let's give your handles and stuff where people can reach you. So Michelle, why don't you go first?
Me?
Yeah. What's your Twitter handle? How can people follow you?
Michelle E83.
Okay. And Darla, what's yours?
Original D Bubble.
Original D Bubble. That is an interest. It's cute. Okay, and Christine, Spot On Magazine. Where can
I'm at Spot On LI.
Okay.
That's a Long Island, guys, just so you know.
And
Long Island girl in the house. Good.
Where can people find you, Alicia?
My Twitter is MissIvy_League.
All right. I'm at Sleepy Addicts, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully, I'll be feeling a lot better, and I'm going to have to work that, so we'll see. But
pleasure.
yeah, thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I always have fun talking about all things Sleepy Hollow, so hopefully there's like some major like news coming out next week or something we can talk about.
And hopefully we'll get these, they'll promote the show a little bit. That would be kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Like a TV show, a talk show.
That would be nice.
Talk show, Sleepy.
I don't know, this is too much to ask, Fox. No.
Well, I'll dress up in my costume again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I know. I was kind of wishing that I was doing this for Halloween because it would have been cool to do one have like a costume contest online. Maybe next year.
That'd be fun. That's another thing.
Yeah. It was fun dressing up like Abby. because she's awesome.
Aw.
That was awesome.
Abby,
You know what? For Halloween next year, I want to dress up like Pandora.
Yes.
Awesome. I do like Pandora, to be honest with you. I like her.
well,
I
I
like Pandora so much.
I do have that cape actually. I was a sorcerer one year. I have that cape like she has.
Yeah.
That'd be epic. All right,
Guys,
bye. We're out of here. Have a good weekend, everyone.
you enjoy. Thank you, Chrissy.
Sure, thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
Have a good night. Feel better.
Okay, will do.
All right, honey.
Now I get how to stop this. I just stop it, right? People are thinking I'm such an idiot. Okay.